that command line arguments. This is also known to all of you because you are all know C programming language. Basically what happened in command line, if you can remember, we can give command like MD, then the name of the folder. So what actually happened? If I write MD, it create a folder with the name Ishan. So basically this is the name of the program which is being executed, and this is basically the argument to this program. So this is the first argument. Okay. Now what I am trying to do after today's class, you can able to write a program in Java like this, where you can pass argument as per your need and perform whatever you want to do. Just let us see how we can able to write a program like this. Even you can write just like a command copy C1, C2. Here there are two arguments, and this is the name of the program which actually takes two arguments. So you can also write a program where you can give multiple inputs to your program. Okay. Now let's see how we can do this. See, in Java, as I said, that at least we write our program in a single class, or rather you can say you cannot write a program without any class. So whatever you have to do, you have to write inside a class. Now here, class hello. Okay, so this is the name of my class, and then I am writing public static void main, and this is basically the most important area where I need to do. See this string AR. What is this? This is basically a string. It's basically a class in Java. Remember, a class in Java, but being used as, if I want to pass anything, okay, it will be kept in string. How? That we will discuss. If I am going to write like this, string AR, string S1, S2. S1 equals to alpha S2 equals to beta if no beta, rather S2 equals to AR0 if S1 dot equals S2, then system dot out println yes sir, else
ज्वाइन करता निकल जाता
system dot out dot println no sir. So what we have done here, I'm trying to write a very simple program with few lines of code. Class hello. So we have public static void main, and we have string. Remember, S is always capital. And one more thing to remember, in Java, every class should have first letter capital. So this is one way to identify. Okay. And every method should have first letter small. Now public static void main, this is the, so S1 is a reference, S2 is a reference, then I am assigning value S1 equals to alpha, and then what I have done, S2 equals to AR0. What is this AR0? We will see. Now save step 1, save, okay, as my.java in D drive. Now step 2, compile. So what we will do, we will open the command prompt and write javac my.java, because this is the name of my program. If you are correctly done your program, whatever we have wrote so far, so in D drive, what you will have, hello dot class. Now step 3, run. Remember, we open the command prompt, Java. So in last time we have MD, we have copy. Here my program is Java. Now, then the name of the bytecode. What is the name of my bytecode? What I said, Java is here, our interpreter, and then what is the bytecode name? It will come like hello, because main is the method and it is present inside hello. So your execution will start from here. So this is your program, customized program, and here you have to provide one argument. If I write alpha, so see what we write. We write Java. This is Java interpreter. Okay, last time I said that this is the first place. No, it is basically Java interpreter, and this is your hello program, which is basically nothing but the bytecode, which actually takes alpha as an argument. See, this is main. So when it will hello and alpha both will be read, and within hello it will get main, and then this alpha is basically will come inside AR0. What happened after your bytecode, whatever number of arguments, you can write beta, no issues. Try to understand. You may write beta, no problem. So then enter. So what actually it will does, it is a basically see string AR. Basically string AR is a dynamic array. Here, if you pass number of arguments, it will be created. If you do not pass any argument, it will not at all be created. So as I have passed 2 arguments alpha, so in its 0th location it will contain alpha, and in its 1th location it will contain beta. And then this is the name of the string AR. So what actually happened? In the first line, it will create S1 and S2. Okay, it will contain 0 length string in computer's memory. Let us see. This is my computer's memory. Here S1 contains 0 length string. S2 contains 0 length string. After doing this, now S1 equals to alpha, so it will contain alpha. Now if I write S2 equals to AR0, and if I pass alpha, so it will S2 will contain alpha, even though you pass beta, but it will not used. You passed it, but it is not used. It may happen that it was not used. No problem. So S2 equals to alpha. Then if S1 dot equals, see, this is a method. As I said, string is a class. As I said, string is a class, so it has its own methods. It have number of methods. Among them, there is a methods equals. What it does basically, it checks between these 2 strings. If they are equal, it will return true. Otherwise, false. So here, S1 dot equals S2. So here AR is alpha and S1 is alpha. So both are equal. That's why it will return true and we will get yes sir. So in the output we will get yes sir. Now if I pass in our second run D drive Java hello, I am writing whatever AB, enter. Then it will again, what actually happened, S1 will be there, S2 will be there, the S1 becomes alpha, S2 becomes AB, so it will be AB, okay, and after that S1 dot equals S2, so S1 and S2 are equal? No, they are not equal, so it will be false, so it will come to this else part and it will print no sir. So the idea behind this command line argument is, what is the idea? The idea is that I may write a program, okay, think that somebody has given me an offer, write a program with this facility, okay, and after some days he also asks, okay, I have this, but now I want one more addition. If I need two things. If I do this, I will get A. If I do that, I will get B. So what I will provide him? I will provide him this facility, that sometimes Java hello 1 think that addition will be shown. Java hello 2 division will be shown. So in the same program, by varying the argument data, I can change the whole behavior of the program, and that is the beautiful aspect of command line arguments. So what I can do, I am just repeating again. I may write a say program and sometime I change my program and add some more into that, and the behavior can be selected during runtime. So if I write Java hello A, it will do XYZ. Java hello B, it will do ABC. So it's up to us that we can add more and more and more features to our program, and it's up to the user whatever choice he or she wants to do with the same program without changing earlier program. So this is basically without changing in the sense to the customer's point of view, he can do. Earlier he used to write one, so today also he used to write one, but along with that he have the facility to write 2, 3 and 4. So there are options. Now you can, I have shown only one argument, you can write just like this alpha, beta, so you can add some more into this program. Similarly you can write S3 equals to AR1 and so on, and perform different type of calculations using this command line arguments. So I think every one of you learned and understand this beautiful concept of command line arguments.